Why does the President of the United States want to buy an island owned by Denmark? In January 2025, Donald Trump said the United States needed to take Greenland. He was not joking. Below the ice, a shipping route worth $1.2 trillion in annual trade is opening up, for the first time in human history. Underneath the ice lies the largest known untapped deposit of rare earth minerals on Earth, the same minerals China controls. Russia has built 14 new Arctic military bases since 2014. China has sent military vessels to the Arctic for the first time. This is the story of why a frozen island with 57,000 people has become the most contested piece of real estate in the world, and why the competition is just beginning. Greenland is 2.2 million square kilometers, 4 times the size of France. It has 57,000 people, and it is run by Denmark from Copenhagen. The United States has operated Thule Air Base in northern Greenland since 1953. It is the northernmost U.S. military installation on Earth. Arctic sea ice has declined 40% in summer extent since 1980. The Northwest Passage, once fantasy, is now a viable shipping route. The Arctic route from New York to Shanghai is 40% shorter than the Suez Canal route. That is not geography, that is economics. Greenland's known rare earth deposits could supply European demand for over 50 years, including the elements China currently controls. Greenland has had self-governing status since 2009 under Danish oversight, its own parliament, its own language, and a growing independence movement. 67% of Greenlandic residents support independence from Denmark in recent polling. They want to be the masters of what's under their ice. In 1946, Harry Truman offered Denmark $100 million in gold for Greenland. Denmark refused. The strategic logic that drove Truman in 1946 is identical to what drives Washington today. Lens 1. Geography. The Arctic is the new choke point. Viewed from the North Pole, the world looks different. Russia, Greenland, Canada, Norway, and the United States form a ring around the Arctic Ocean. The Geoc Gap, Greenland to Iceland to the UK, is the choke point through which any Russian submarine must pass to reach the Atlantic. NATO has controlled it since 1945. Russia's nuclear ballistic missile submarines use the Arctic as their safe operating area. Greenland sits directly above their patrol routes. The Northwest Passage is now navigable for 3 months a year. Within 20 years, it may be open for 6. Whoever controls Greenland controls access to that route. China declared itself a near-Arctic state in 2018. It has a research station in Svalbard. It has sent naval vessels on Arctic patrols. Greenland sits between North America and Europe, above Russia, and in the path of every Arctic shipping lane. There is no other piece of land on Earth with this geometry. Lens 2. Follow the money. The Kvanefjeld deposit in southern Greenland is the world's second largest known rare earth deposit. It also contains uranium. The U.S. Geological Survey estimates the Arctic holds 13% of the world's undiscovered oil reserves and 30% of undiscovered natural gas. Each container ship voyage saves up to $400 million in fuel and time on the Arctic route compared to going via Suez. Scale that to global trade. Greenland's entire GDP is $3.1 billion. The rare earth deposits alone are worth estimated hundreds of billions at 2025 prices. In 2024, the U.S. announced a $250 million upgrade to Thule Air Base. They didn't need to buy Greenland. They were already invested in it. After Trump's January 2025 statements, Denmark announced a doubling of its Arctic defense spending. So did Greenland's government. In 2018, a Chinese company offered to build 3 airports in Greenland. The U.S. pressured Denmark to reject the offer. Denmark did. Lens 3. History rhymes. In 1867, the United States bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. Congress called it Seward's Folly. Since 1977, Alaska has produced oil worth over $1 trillion. Seward's Folly became one of the most valuable transactions in history. The strategic logic is identical. A large, resource-rich, strategically positioned territory, currently in the hands of a friendly but weaker power. Truman tried in 1946. The Cold War logic was clear even then. Denmark refused. Greenland remained Danish. the strategic logic never went away. The United States has made 5 major territorial acquisitions in its history. Each time it was dismissed as unnecessary. Each time it proved visionary. Lens 4, the deal behind the deal. When Trump was asked in January 2025 if he would rule out military force to take Greenland, he said no. Greenland is Danish territory. Under Article 5, an attack on Greenland is an attack on all of NATO, including the United States that is threatening it. The real play may not be annexation. It may be supporting Greenlandic independence, creating a new sovereign nation that can then invite in U.S. military and investment. China has twice attempted to acquire rare earth mining rights in Greenland. Both attempts were blocked under U.S. pressure. The United States is already expanding its Arctic military footprint regardless of ownership. Greenland is the anchor point for everything. So let's zoom out. This is not about nationalism. This is not about Trump. This is about the next century. Geography. Greenland controls the Juk Gap, the Arctic shipping lanes, and the patrol routes of Russia's nuclear submarines. That was true in 1946. It is more true now. Money. Trillions in untapped resources. Hundreds of millions in savings per shipping voyage. The rare earth deposits alone could break China's monopoly. History. Alaska was called Seward's Folly. The Louisiana Purchase was called a waste. Every major territorial acquisition was mocked until it wasn't. The deal behind the deal. Trump doesn't need to buy Greenland from Denmark. He needs Greenland to declare independence and then invite America in. The independence movement is doing half the work. 57,000 people live in Greenland. They are now deciding whether to align with Denmark, America, or their own independence, while Russia and China watch every meeting. Under the ice is the rare earth monopoly breaker, the Arctic shipping route, and the choke point for Russia's nuclear fleet. Greenland isn't a remote curiosity. It is the most important island in the world. That is the bigger picture.